Hey everyone, welcome again to Man Cave Dialogue. Once again, I'm your host, Eric Yarborough.
And I'm your co-host, C's.
And I'm your resident pastor, Pastor C.
I messed up.
You always mess up.
Can we start over?
We can't start over, it's recorded.
Shoot.
Hey, when you live and stuff, you mess up, you gotta deal with it. You just went through.
I know.
Pastor, see? You know what the problem is, Pastor?
You look at me. You look at me.
But I can't. You don't supposed to look. What's the name said? He looked at Mike Tyson in the eye and something. And I can't look at you. Pastor, my bad, Pastor. I looked at him. You know what the problem is, Pastor?
What's the problem?
If somebody had time for us, they wouldn't be messing up, Pastor. That's all I'm gonna say. And see, Pastor, he wanted to say something.
That's in the rearview mirror.
But he didn't say. It's never in the rearview mirror.
In the rearview
I'm gonna say it every. But you know what? I'm thankful for you, brother. What I'm thankful for, I'm thankful for you, brother.
Thank you.
I'm thankful for Pastor.
I'm thankful for you guys too.
Even though, we don't see you as much, we don't do shows no more, but we're thankful for you. Jab. It's always a jab. So, guys, what are you thankful? It's that time of the year.
Yes.
This is something, that, and I tell everybody, this is my best and worst time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I love Christmas, but at the same time, I just don't like when you go out, because I do a lot of community work, like the week after, like from the 19th on to Christmas Day. We either go out on we go on Christmas Eve. We go out and give out toys at a church out in Baltimore City. We sit out there in the cold, rain, doesn't matter. Give out toys. A lot of families come out. But, you always have the ones, like Pastor was saying, that feel entitled.
Mm-hmm.
And you give them something, they're like, this is all we get. And you be like, we don't have to give you nothing.
Right.
At least be thankful. So I know we're supposed to have a different conversation, but I just wanted to have this since it's towards the end of the year. It's around Christmas time. I just wanted to see what you guys are thankful. And I know we all gonna say family and friends, all of this, but I just want everybody to think like outside of the box of things that you are thankful for. Because we always have that, I'm healthy, my family,
Mm-hmm.
Just want you to think of something different outside of the box.
Okay.
You got one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. C's ready. Pastor, C's is ready. And you know what? I think that shh works. But go ahead, C's.
I am thankful for living and being able to see the fruits of my labor.
The fruit's been gone. The fruit's been cut.
Well,
the fruit's been. Well, go ahead.
The fruit that I left behind. Helping my son to grow to be. It's a part of me, And I know how I am as a man. I look forward to see how he is as he grows, and I know my downfalls as a kid growing up. That I want to see him prosper and do better than me. So I am grateful for raising another man, and just seeing what the outcome, going on a journey with him, and just seeing how things are going to turn out and pan out. So I'm grateful for being a man that is stable and raising my son.
ACs. And Pastor probably can definitely back me up on that. This is the hardest thing in the world, raising a black man. I'm trying to tell you. And it's nerve-wracking.
It's scary.
Because I'm trying to tell you, this year when I had the thing at Morgan, EJ answered the phone.
Oh my gosh.
I was losing it. I got dressed. It was great. I walked into my car. He called.
Mm-hmm.
I was on my way to Morgan. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. It's good at this time. Mm-hmm. And Pastor can tell you, once they get to a certain age, it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Pastor?
No, I was going to amen you. They have their own thoughts, their own ideas, their own culturalization, and their context and their demographic. The things that we share by wisdom, they want to learn more so by experience. And we are trying to keep them from those experiences because we understand the consequences. And so it does get harder for that reason. Enjoy all of this time, put as much as you can into Winston during these foundational years, because that's what they are, the foundational years. And then when you get to the formative years, which is the 13, 14, 15, you'll start seeing, hey man, this is a different part of the journey. But I'm listening to you, man, and you're taking me back. You're making me reminisce to that time, and so I'm thankful now. Just to kind of segue into it, I'm thankful that I had that time, and now I'm thankful for this time of having or of aspiring to the mind of Christ, because I am teaching more by example than by directive.
I like that.
I'm teaching more by example than by directive. Every day, I have to ask myself, what kind of man am I? Am I the example? Am I the epitome of manhood? And that comes at a price of not making others happy, but lining up with the God that I serve. And so, yeah, that's where my thankfulness is today.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, I'm thankful for the people that's not my family. You know, I know we have family, but I'm thankful for the people that became my family.
Mm,
And you know what I'm saying is like I came to Baltimore with no family. You know what I mean? Met C's, brother Loeb, Tiffany,
Isaac.
Isaac. Like these guys, I could just call at a drop of a dime. We don't talk for weeks, months. We call, pick up like yesterday.
Never left.
Yeah. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to allow that y'all allow me, you guys, you and Pastor, allow me to be me. Because I mean, that's just who I am. And I tell everybody, I'm this type of person, but I'll give you the shirt off of my back. Pastor knows
And the
what
drawers. You ain't got no drawers. He'll give you the drawers.
Hey, see, most of the time I can't give them drawers because I don't got them on. So, see, I'll be like, there you go. You look, see, it only took 2 shows for him to lose it. Pastor only took him 2 shows. Do I got drawers on now? I might be free balling. Let me see. Oh, my bad. Pastor, see, always losing it, man. Pastor, was you on the show with us when he lost it?
God.
I did. I was, man. I was on the show, man. I mean,
When
season.
the lady called. Yeah, you was on the show with us, Pastor. It was some clapping, and I was like, "Oh, she at work." See, he was done for the whole show, Pastor. But nah, I'm just thankful because I think that's important because I know we have a family, but I think the family that you build yourself sometimes it's closer than your real family, because it takes a lot to get into that inner circle, and I don't call everybody family, and that's
Right.
that's the thing. I think like with C's, I've been knowing C's and trying to get him to where he need to be for years, And Pastor, I call Pastor when I got issues. He's a brother I can lean on that will never judge me.
Right.
Tell me straight, hey, bro, you tripping. Or bro, just figure it out, think it over. So I'm thankful for both of you guys, It's that time of the year, and I don't think, people tell people enough that they're thankful to have them in their lives. So I just want you 2 guys to know that I thank both of y'all, even though y'all both get on my nerves, but I'm thankful for y'all.
You
Well, we're thankful for you too, Eric.
I just think that this is a time of the year to, to give, and I think we all should do something admirable. You do it every time, Pastor. And see, you do it, and you don't even know it half the time. You take pictures, and I tell you all the time, oh, let me take some pictures. All right, how much I owe you? Oh man, don't worry about it. I gotta fight you to get and I always get on you to do that. But that's just you being part of the family, and you don't hey, you family, don't worry. You know what I mean? So I just think that we all give back all the time, but we don't really know it.
Right.
Well, I would say, C's, you are a fantastic photographer. I've seen some of your work, man. Really, yeah, man. You
picture. If anybody can take a picture.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Anybody can capture the moment, like right now.
Nah. So C's is able to, capture the moment through the artistry of a lens. Yeah. I don't even think you know how good you are, but nevertheless, I'm down with you with that, Eric, about telling people how much they mean to you and giving thanks to them, because so often I know I go through seasons of wondering, am I really making a difference? Should I continue with some social media posts that I had put out? Like my social media got hacked last summer, and I just stopped.
I told you somebody said an invite or something. I called you.
You sure did. And I just stopped. And, because I didn't even think anybody was paying attention to the post I was putting out anyway. I've had a few people's like, hey, we miss you. We miss you. And I'm like, but you never commented. You never said anything. And words of thanks can do wonders for the individual soul. It does wonders for the individual soul. It's the unique things that we provide to one another that we ought to be thankful for, right? Eric, you talked about how you're giving and people are not appreciative because they have somewhat of an entitled mentality. But here's the deal. Because I know that you are a giver, the first thing inside of me, and I know you as a brother, is I would never call Eric unless I am flat on my back. I just can't do it because I know my brother's going to do it. You see, that right there means way more than someone who's standing at their and you're passing them something. They don't know you as an individual. If they knew the heart of the individual, then the gift doesn't matter. It's the intent in which it was given with. And I think we ought to tell people, I know your heart. I'm thankful for your intent. I appreciate the fact that you care. I know that this phone call or this text message, is really coming from a sincere place. You wondering how I am really doing. Man, what if we really spread more of that type of giving to individuals? I'm just going to give you some of my care and see you as a person and not as an object. You're supposed to say something, Eric.
I know. We didn't know you was done.
Oh.
She said, wow. I was waiting for the slam. You threw the alley. Go ahead, see. What do you think?
He done lost it again, man. He lost it again.
He always lose it. Once he lose it during the show, it's over for him for the whole show. I know from. We going back around again.
Oh, going back around. Oh, okay. Oh. What else am I thinking? I thought we were just going to do. What else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for this opportunity. I'm thankful to have a voice, be able to, speak some stuff to the world. Somebody who out here who needs to hear what we talk about. Hope it touches somebody. I'm thankful to be back. I'm thankful that I wasn't replaced.
Oh, you was close. You was close. Your replacement might be sitting right here.
And I enjoy these moments with you guys, being able to do this, and have some man time, is very rewarding and needed. So, yeah.
You finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
You sure?
I'm done.
I just think that, people exercise Christmas for the wrong reason. I know Pastor definitely understands this, that I think we should care less about like gifts and stuff and just love on each other. I think this time is like, because so much is going on in the world and like shootings, just like they just had a shooting at UNLV. I had to call my nephew, he's in Vegas, and it's like you never know when it's gonna be your last day.
Right.
And you could just walk out and never come back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I just think that people just should be thankful to be here, to live every day. Because in this day and age, and from living out here in Baltimore, every day people getting carjacked, shot, robbed, and like just at gas stations, Pastor. Like you go to the gas station, fill up. You're not safe going to the gas station to fill up.
Right.
So
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say the reason why I'm smiling so hard because you looking at me is when I came over here last time and you told me put Winston in the car, and you told me what you said. See, he's got this.
Yo, he had a club. He had the club on his. I said, "Cease, you at my house." He's like, "Well, somebody trying to steal my Honda." I said, "Oh, keep the club on. Keep the club on." Because now I think they call it the Hyundai boys or something. Everybody going around stealing Hyundais now. Yeah, Pastor. I mean, it's crazy. So
he was like, "You in my neighborhood? Like, ain't that gonna happen around here?
nobody gonna touch your car. My neighbors will fire an alarm."
Right.
But I mean, you got to be safe. You got to be safe than sorry these days. And it's crazy that this day and age that we live in and raise our kids in now, it's a lot worse. And I don't know if it's worse because when we was growing up, we had so many people within the community that our parents was thankful for because they knew our parents. And Eric, if you do that, your mother or somebody, they knew. Nowadays, you don't have that environment no more. So.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
That's a good one, man. I was sitting here thinking about what I was going to say about being thankful for. I was going to use the word process, but now I'm going to use the word perspective. I'm thankful for perspective because you just brought the perspective of what real community was and should be. And we lost that, especially as African American people, man. We had a perspective of community. Now we want to go into gated communities. And then once you go into your gated community, you close your, 2-car or 3-car garage and nobody really knows anybody. Nobody shares that community feel. And man, the perspective of knowing what community is, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that that's what God intended the whole time. The Bible talks about that they would go from house to house, fellowshipping and breaking of bread. We don't do that anymore. We don't go from house to house breaking bread. We start thinking, oh, I got to go to their house. Do they have cats? Do they have dogs? I mean, yeah, it's real, man. Can we regain community? Can we regain community?
I think that's gone. It's bad to say. I think it's gone, man. I think even community leaders are really not community leaders. Yeah, they have something to do with what's going on in the community. So
I really think that it's sad to say that the communities is gone, like you just said, because I'm on the other end trying to find hope in it. But is there really hope in it? Is there really a way to, do anything. And then, it's like, for me, it's like I never haven't lived in a bad community. So how do my face look coming into a community that I never lived in? Because, people are like, oh, you don't live here, blah, blah, blah.
Uncle Tom.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. You trying to hook it up and all this stuff. So it's like, it's like you want to help. You want to help the community. You want to do your part in whatever you can do. But the people of the community, are they going to look at you sideways if you come in there? Helping the kids, in the community, try to do better. And, I just look at, Winston, and I when he is around somebody, like we were at my aunt and uncle's house last week, and they got him a gift, and he said, thank you. And that, to me, you see somebody says hello, he says, yes, please.
He don't say hello to me. He run the other way.
But then he come back around and come give you a hug. But, just instilling those things, I'm grateful and thankful for. Letting him, you have to be respectful, appreciating, when somebody, like my uncle said last week, he was like, he's 2 years old. He don't have to say thank you right now. But it's good that you're instilling that in him. He said, but when he get about 5, he should be saying thank you, saying thank you more, And the other thing was just looking around at the kids. Everybody got their gift, and all the kids stay in their corner. They over one kid over there, and it's not like when I grew up or when y'all grew up that we all played together. What'd you get for Christmas? What'd they give you? What'd they give you? They take their little toy and they're in the corner with their cell phone, and it's just we have grown apart. Technology has grown us apart, and I'm thankful that I'm going to try my best to instill in Winston going outside, spending time outside, not being on your tablet all the time, because for me it's like, oh, that's just a hush-hush thing, and I think that's what has been created for the new age parents and the parents now. Oh, they got all these technology that'll hush the kid up. Well, I can do X, Y, and Z. They'll be all right. So, that's a sad part of where we are now in the world, because people are growing apart. The neighborhoods are growing apart because of technology is taking over, and I think that's what the world wants to happen, for us to be even more divided through technology.
Exactly. I'm down with you on that one, C's. Technology is dividing us. It's not uniting us at all. Community. What is community today? Can we still have hope for community? I think the hope is in the relationships. Eric, you came to Baltimore, you didn't know anybody, yet you formed relationships. That is the community that you have in Baltimore. And even though, we live, some states apart, there's a community feel that you and I have with, especially with EJ and CJ. There's a community. We vacation together, hopefully, whenever, the Super Bowl wasn't in Vegas and rooms jumped up so high. But there is community. So I would say this: community isn't the way we knew it, it's the way we're going to develop it. And that development comes with transformational relationships. As we enter into meaningful relationships, they may not be next door, it may not be 15 minutes around the corner, it may not even be across town. But at the end of the day, we know that those relationships exist and that they are there, and we can call upon those relationships in the time of need. If we want to, you're teaching Winston right now not to be entitled. Nobody has to do this for you. Appreciate what people do for you. And as he is around and growing up, in those relationships that reinforces your message, then he will become that person, that individual. At least the foundation will be in him. Let me say it that way, because they go through periods where you be like, that ain't who I raised. but at least the foundation will be there because he grew up in that community. You kept him around those type of people. And as I tell my boys all the time, show me your friends, I show you your future.
Wow.
Show me your community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll show you where you're gonna end up.
I don't think that's the most accurate. I had a couple.
You agree to disagree?
Yeah.
I mean, there's an extent to it, right? I mean, at some place with your community, if you're walking with somebody, the Bible says, how can two walk together unless they agree? At some point, if you're going on another path, it's going to do this. It's not going to stay this way. Because I know plenty of cats I was down with back in my high school days, even my college days. Half them cats are dead because we were on two different paths. We're on two different, and I ain't gonna say everybody ended up in a worse situation. We just had different paths, and it came to a point. Yeah, when we come to the high school reunion, we all of that, you know. But I'm not calling them dudes. I don't call those dudes. I call you E more than I call those dudes. That's just what it is. They're not my community. They're not going to help elevate my thinking. They're not going to challenge me to do the right thing. They're not going to speak into my marriage. They're not going to tell me, yes, keep on trying with your kids. Some of them like, nah, man, put that Negro out,
Right.
Okay. So that's what I mean by that. It's not like I don't know them or they're not my boys from back in the day. But see, I'm not back in the day. I'm in today. You feel me?
I hear you.
So that's it, man. That's the slam dunk.
Nah, but I understand where you're coming from, though. Because I have the same. When I go home to Jersey, I go, hey, if I see him, I'm not going to go break bread with him. But when we was in high school, we was close to some thieves. Yeah. But like you were saying, you grow on different paths. Y'all want to do one thing. I have my mind, all right, this is what I want to do. Oh man, you don't need to go to school, and those are the main ones.
Right.
Yeah, you don't. Why you want to do that?
Right. Now you a sellout.
You think you better than us? Nah, for real. You think you're better than us? Yeah. Wow. I definitely understand that, but yeah, I just think that just being thankful is a important gesture. I think just saying thank you, like you say.
Right.
There's a lot of people that don't say thank you, and you like, hey, here, like, you be looking, waiting for a thank you.
How do you prepare yourself when you around the holidays? How do you prepare yourself when you about to give and you about to help somebody else? Because in your heart, you're like, I'm thinking I'm doing a good thing, but then you give somebody the Santa Claus right here, and you think you're doing a good thing for them, and they like, this all you giving me?
I just think Pastor, he got his hand.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, I wasn't going to answer your question. I was going to say First Lady's waiting on me.
Oh. Yeah, because you said you got time. All right. But yeah, I'm going to answer this real quick and then we can go.
All right, go ahead.
I just think that with giving, I think when we have over 500 kids, you're thankful that a lot of them appreciate it than the couple.
Than the couple who don't.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's always going to be somebody that's not appreciative. See?
And it's always going to be somebody who's going to try to ruin your mode for doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but
trying to do.
But me, I love to do it, but it's always the pros and cons to everything.
I want to be there with you this year.
All right, come on, go. All right, Pastor, let's go, man. We're thankful for you, and the First Lady's thankful for you. So get rolling. All right.
Have a good weekend.
We'll talk to you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you fellas.